Hello people, welcome back to the channel. So I got a lot of requests for this video, but because of my health issues and just the amount of work that I had last week, I could not pick this up. Usually these kind of introduction videos I don't really pay that much attention to because they are pretty much sneak peeks, very short videos about someone new who's coming in. And when I initially heard about this, I assumed the same thing, but there were a couple of things that really piqued my interest. So one, just the number of requests that came for this one, like multiple people asked me to check it out. And also this is not one of those teaser kind of videos, it's nearly 5 minutes long. So I'm quite curious to know like what is it that they're trying to show in this video. It's probably going to be the longest video that I've reacted to ever on this channel. So let's not waste any more time. Let's go right into the introduction for YuvaRajkumar. The video is YRK, Yuva Ranadheera Kanteerava. Here we go.
Rudrarajyavasitvam protrayasvate shiram nyayartam yajyasva sarveshu samam kara paripalaya durbalam vidhi dharmam varam protrayasvate shiram rudrarajyavasitvam.
That's PRK's banner. Rajkumar. I like that background music.
ಹೌದು, ಇದೇ ಆ ಕೋಟೆ, ಇದೇ ನಾನು ಸೇರಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ದ ಗುರಿ, ಇದೇ ನನ್ನ ನೆಲೆ, ಇದೇ ನಾನು ಗೆದ್ದು ರಣಕೇಕೆ ಹಾಕಬೇಕಾದ ರಂಗಸ್ಥಳ. ಯಾರಿದ್ದೀರಿ? ಹೊರಗೆ ಬನ್ನಿ. ಸಿಡಿಲಿನ ಆರ್ಭಟಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆದರಿ ತೊಡೆ ನಡುಗಿ ಇಲಿಗಳಂತೆ ಬಿಲ ಸೇರಿಕೊಂಡಿರುವ ಹೇರಿಗಳೇ, ಹೊರಗೆ ಬನ್ನಿ. ಅಗ್ನಿ ಜ್ವಾಲೆಯಂತಿರುವ ನನ್ನ ಆವೇಶದ ಆರ್ಭಟದ ಬಿರುಗಾಳಿಗೆ ನೀವು ತರಗೆಲೆಗಳಂತೆ ದಿಕ್ಕು ದಿಕ್ಕಿಗೆ ತೂರಿ ಹೋಗುವುದನ್ನು ನಾನು ನೋಡಬೇಕು. ಕೆರಳಿ ನಿಂತಿರುವ ಈ ಯುದ್ಧ ದೇವನನ್ನು ಎದುರಿಸಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಗಂಡಸುತನವನ್ನು ತೋರಿಸಿ. ಪೌರುಷವಿಲ್ಲವೇ? ನಪುಂಸಕರಾದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಆಯುಧಗಳನ್ನು ತಂದು ನನ್ನ ಪಾದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಪ್ಪಿಸಿ ಶರಣಾಗಿ, ಇಲ್ಲವಾದರೆ ವೀರರಂತೆ ನನ್ನೊಂದಿಗೆ ಹೋರಾಡಿ ಯಮನ ಪಾದ ಸೇರಿಕೊಳ್ಳಿ.
That's a pretty good flying kick. He can definitely move. That was good. That was really good. That was not so much. Really good. like that. They're giving the due to the technicians. That was definitely worth it. Usually these kind of introduction videos are quite banal. There is not a lot of content in there. There are a few flattering shots from different angles of the person that is being introduced, and that's usually it. When it started off initially, I was like, okay, this is going pretty much the formulaic way. There is nothing unusual about it, like when they were showing him. And then he started mouthing off these lengthy dialogues. Which was a little bit hard for me to keep up with because I was relying on subtitles. But to an untrained ear, it seemed like it's pretty good. I didn't notice any hesitation. He could deliver it pretty well, but you guys can tell me if that was any good or not. And it was then that the real meat of the video came in with this flying kick. So some of you who have watched all my videos know that I have a little bit of a background in martial arts. Even though it was a long time ago, when you see good form, there is no way you can miss it. And straight away during this very first kick, I could see that he can definitely move. And then they kept raising it, they kept introducing more elements to it, and so he can definitely move, there is no doubt about it. The only criticism of those sequences that I would have is that the fighters who were there, the stuntmen who were there, they were there merely as props, so there wasn't a lot for them to do. It's a little bit rough and ready. There are a lot of things that still need to be polished, and I'm assuming that it has been made during this lockdown, so I don't think it would have been easy, so they've done a really good job of that. In terms of showcasing YRK's skills, I think they have done a really good job. They have stuck to a couple of dimensions that they have not let the video divert from that a lot. They've not tried to cram in too much. Although for a 5-minute video, they could have tried to add in a lot more elements, like given him a lot more things to do, but they've stuck to this particular brief that they would have had, and they have showcased him really well. When this initially started as well, when they were showing him getting ready and all, I thought, well, he needs to put on a little bit more bulk, but at that point I didn't know what the rest of the video would be about. But for the fight sequences that they have shown later on, I think he has the right kind of physique. Any more bulk would have probably hindered him. If you see most of the good martial artists around the world, they don't have a lot of bulk on them, and it aids their movement a lot. So I think his movement was very fluid. Choreography was pretty good. There were some very obvious breaks which were pretty easy to spot, like when this is happening, the guy is supposed to be behind him, and then in the next shot he disappears. But that's pretty standard in most of the fight videos, except for the very best ones. It's a detail that needs a lot of dedication and a lot of work, and I think for an introduction video they probably didn't need to do that, so I can't complain about that too much. Something else that really struck me was the background music. I think that was really good. It really did build up the kind of energy that was required for these kind of fights. They showcased him fighting barehanded, they showcased him fighting with a spear, then with a sword. There was this sequence where I was like really impressed, like when the way they had used the spear, and then immediately after that there was this sequence where it just moves a little bit too slow to be realistic. There are a few rough edges, there is a little bit more polishing that needs to be there. But I'm pretty sure that that will happen. When I started watching this video, I was like, this is probably going to be just like an introduction video. He will be shown doing a few things. So the last part of it where they reveal almost like this kingdom, that was a little bit of a surprise, and it was a pleasant surprise. So there is definitely talent there. It probably flows in the family. There may be some cynics who can bring the accusation of nepotism here as well. If you think there is some justification in that, then do write it down in the comments. We can have a conversation about that. But I think I would like to give him the benefit of the doubt, wait for a proper teaser and a trailer to come out, and judge him based on his performance. So on the evidence of this video, I think him as an action star, there is definitely potential. The content needs to be polished a little bit. The special effects and the choreography of the fights need to flow a little bit better. But for an early video, this is really good. The real test would be the teaser and the trailer, and then we will get a good indication of whether this is going to be a good movie or not. So quite happy with this one. It was 5 minutes well spent. I'm always excited when some new talent is coming in and I discover them. This is pretty early. Like, it'll be good to see how his journey unfolds. Let me know what you thought of this video. Which parts of it did you like and which parts did you not like so much? Keep your recommendations coming. People have contacted me on the comments on the last video, which was the RRR teaser comparison. There were some comments on other videos. There was also this same recommendation coming over Facebook. So whichever way you choose, there are multiple ways that you can contact me and send your recommendations. Usually it takes time, but I definitely try my best to get to all of them. So keep them coming. Until next time, bye bye.